Well, another year is over. 2023 is in the books, and we have to look forward now to 2024. And these are the end of the year videos that I normally do just to chat with you guys and just get a little bit more personal and let you guys know how things have been going with myself and the channel and my work and personal life, and really just to let you guys know, what's happening. Look, 2023. What a year it has been. It's been a whirlwind. There's been some highs and there's been some lows, and it's just been it's been all over the place, to be honest with you. And to be completely honest, I feel like I'm very, very happy to see the tail end of 2023 and on to hopefully better things in 2024. Now, before we proceed, I want to say something off the bat. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not selling anything. There's no links in the description. There's nothing like that. I'm not trying to make you click on anything. This is just me chatting to you guys. So how has this year gone? On YouTube, things have gone pretty well. I've looked at the analytics this year, and things have definitely starting to decline. And some people could say you're falling off, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the word is, but there's been definitely a 20 to 25% reduction in the views this year, and that's okay. I'm not, someone that gets too obsessed about looking at analytics and trying to make sense of what's happened to the channel and how I can fix it. I'm definitely someone that has really come to terms, and I'm okay with the fact that my best years were probably sometime in like 2020 or so, where I was getting about 20,000 subscribers a month and 3-4 million views a month. Those days are certainly long gone, but the good news is all is not so bad. I've had a lot of fun making content, and I think I'm doing so because I'm not obsessing over the numbers like I used to, and I think that's the key thing. For me, I'm having fun just making videos, and I don't really care if the video gets 50,000 views or 1 million views. Obviously, everyone wants to hit 1 million views on a video to get that sweet ad revenue, right? But for me, I'm just having more fun than anything else. And I've always said, if the content doesn't feel good to me, I'm not enjoying it, then I'm not going to make the video. So I think you'll see that I only made, I think, about 45 videos this year. So there were quite a few weeks where I just didn't make a video at all. And that was simply because I just didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. I didn't want to just shit out a video, just for the sake of having a video. So there were definitely some weeks where I just thought to myself, well, I'm just going to take the week off and relax and play some games. And I think there's a lot to be said about just stepping away for a little while, recharging, and then kind of coming back and, getting refreshed and coming back into it. Now, I do understand that for myself, YouTube is not a full-time job, and there are people out there that do this full-time, and they do it for a living. They've got families, they've got bills, they've got mortgages and things like that. So other creators aren't as fortunate, I guess, in that situation. But on the flip side, I've definitely given a lot of thought to where things are going to go with YouTube over the next few years. And look, I think in the short term, as I always keep saying, if it's not fun, then I'm not going to do it. But 2024, I think, is going to be a fun year on YouTube. There's definitely reasons why I want to make more content next year, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm using air quotes because we don't know what it is, but we do feel pretty confident that Nintendo is releasing new hardware next year. So from a hardware perspective, I definitely want to take a close look at the hardware, do all the teardowns. I'm interested in the launch lineup. I'm interested in the specifications. And full disclaimer, guys, I don't know anything about the next system. I know there's a lot of chatter out there and all this speculation and things like that. I don't know anything about what the next system is. So I'm kind of as much in the dark as what everyone else is. But we are hopeful that we will see a new system next year. And I'm definitely going to be there with content, making sure that we cover that here on the channel from a technical and a kind of a deep dive analysis perspective like we normally do. And also from a developer perspective, I definitely want to give you guys my thoughts as someone who has been making Switch games over the last several years, what the Switch 2, and again, I'm using air quotes, will bring to the table, whether it's something that I think is going to be a good thing for developers, or it just is more of a iteration upon the existing Switch. But I want to move off of that because this is not a Switch video. This is a personal update for you guys. But one of the videos that I did watch recently was from a good YouTuber, Seth Everman. And he's a fellow ball guy just like myself, and I love watching his content. He recently stepped away from YouTube permanently. He announced that he was retiring or he was leaving, and he basically made a series of videos kind of announcing that he was stepping away. And there was one particular video that really did resonate with me where he said that YouTube it's more than a full-time job in many, many ways, because if you're not making content, then you're thinking about making content. And if you're not making content, then you kind of feel bad. You feel guilty that you're not in front of the camera, filming wherever you are in the world. So there's always a stigma and some association that as a content creator that you always have to be making content. And this is the way that YouTube kind of pushes the algorithm onto you. You have to keep producing content all the time. There is no room for you to take a break. And I think even if you can take a break, a lot of people in their minds think, well, no one's going to watch me. If I take a month off YouTube, people are going to forget who I am. And when I come back, the views just won't be there. And I think that is such a really dangerous mental state to be in, especially in this day and age. So I really do feel for, people that do YouTube content creation. A lot of people say it's the best job in the world. And look, it really is, because you can basically become your own boss. But I think a lot of people don't realize that there is not an off button a lot of the times. You're always thinking about content. You're always making content. If you go out somewhere, it's like, I need to make a video on this. I need to blog this. And I think that's not a very healthy way to live. So why am I saying this? Well, I think Seth Everman's video really did resonate with me, and it did make me wonder, what does the next, X number of years look like for me? I think there's going to be a point where I'm probably going to make a similar video to his, not for a while, let's be honest. I have a plan to kind of step away quite a ways away from now, but I also want to see, what the trajectory of YouTube is over the next few years. It's definitely slowed down. I think the retro gaming space that I'm in has a lot of oversaturation. There are a lot of people making content, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I definitely am curious to see where this goes. But from a personal level, 2023 has been, like I said, it's been very, very good in many ways, and it's been very, very difficult as well. I mean, I work in the video game industry. I work at Limited Run Games, as you can see on my shirt, of course, and we've done a lot of good stuff this year. The most recent thing that we have shipped out the door was the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection, which is out now on everything. Again, not advertising, not plugging anything, just letting you guys know what's going on. But as a company that is owned by Embracer, Limited Run Games is owned by Embracer, I'm no stranger, and I'm not silly in that I've seen a lot of people lose their jobs this year. And obviously Embracer has been in the news for a lot of that as a company that has not only reduced staff, they've also, shuttered studios. And look, if I was to tell you that it doesn't affect my mental state, I'd be lying to you. It's been very, very difficult kind of sitting there looking pretty much every week at layoffs, closures, and people in the industry just lose their jobs. It's been absolutely, crazy this year. But I do also want to be realistic with you guys and say, I think there is more to come. So from that aspect, it's been very, very taxing on my mental health to try to keep focused on work and just try to keep my head down and not worry about, everything else that's going on in the industry and that I simply have no control over. So at the end of the day, I'm very, very fortunate to continue to have employment in the game industry. Many others are not so fortunate, and there are probably some people in the comment that were laid off this year, and I do feel for you guys. I really do. It's been an absolutely brutal year. It's been probably one of the most unique and interesting years ever in video games. Not only have we seen some amazing games come out, some absolute quality games, 2023 you could consider one of the very best years as far as video game releases and output, But on the flip side, you can't just help but wonder, about all the human aspect of this, all the layoffs, all the just the absolute decimation of the industry that's been going on right now. And I don't know when it's going to end. Honestly, it's very, very, very unfortunate. But hopefully 2024 will bring sunnier days and brighter things to come. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a personal update. How am I doing? How am I feeling? How are things going? Well, I'm feeling great. I think in the last kind of update I gave for you guys, mentally and physically, I felt really, really good for the most part. Now, as someone who's a 50-year-old man, I'm turning 51 next year, staying in shape, both mentally and physically, is of the utmost importance to me. So I'm actually actively trying to get into shape better. I'm eating better. I'm cutting out all sorts of junk food and things like that, and snacking at nighttime. I've put on some pounds. I'm not sure if you've kind of seen, my videos from maybe 12 months ago. I definitely weighed a lot more than what I do now. So I'm actively trying to get into better shape, and it's been great. So I've been very, very grateful for that as well. And look, overall, 2023, I gotta be honest, has been a very tough year, but I'm very, very happy that we made it to the end, and hopefully we can get onto bigger and better things next year. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just taking a bit of a break at over the holiday here, and reconnecting and coming back in January with some cool content. And with that, I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to ramble on too much longer. I just once again want to say thank you so much, guys. You guys have been awesome, just supporting the channel for many, many years. I still, am so humbled about what people watching my silly content sometimes, but you guys show up every single week, and I am so grateful for that. So thank you. Here's to a fantastic 2024. We are going to take a little bit of a break over the holiday, as we normally do, but we'll be back in early January with new content. So stick around on the channel. Again, I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been giving me for many, many years. And we will catch you guys in 2024. Have a fantastic holiday wherever you are in the world, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.